friends, this is Tanya. I make videos twice a week on planning, organization, and small business. And today I'm going to talk to you about how my daughter and I sat down together and made goals for her for over the summer. Now, at the time of this video, all over the United States, children have gotten out of school and they are beginning their summer break, and they're so excited. And most of the parents, if you're like me, you're kind of sweating a little bit because you want to make sure that you keep your child busy over the summer so they don't spend the whole summer, watching TV and playing video games. So while I want to make sure that she has fun and relax, at the same time I want to make sure that she retains some of her skills that she learned, especially math skills that she's learned in the 5th grade, going to the 6th grade, and I want to make sure that she keeps up her reading and continue to read over the summer. So this is my Franklin Covey leather and structured binder, and we wrote the goals in my binder. Now, just a note that I did place an order on the franklinplanner.com website for a weekly format for just 1 quarter that will cover the summer, so that we can sit down and map out some goals for her, and I'll do a separate video on that once the package arrives. But I'd ordered some weekly forms from Franklin Planner that shows a week on 2 pages, and I want to kind of help map out what my daughter will be doing during the week while I'm at work. I work full-time during the week, and I want to make sure she stays on track. My husband will be home with her. He recently became disabled from law enforcement, and I know if we set goals together for her, my husband will take a part in making sure that those goals are enforced while I'm at work. Now, this is the Franklin Covey's 1 day on 2 pages format that you see here, and what I love about this format is that there's a whole page for notes on each day. So for today's notes page, I wrote down the goals discussed with my daughter. Now, I do have some goal planning forms, and I did a separate video on goal planning forms, which I will link below if you're interested, but I didn't want to pull those out because, again, my daughter's just 10 years old, and I feel that I don't want to get too structured on her. I wanted to keep it, I wanted to keep the conversation kind of light, and I wanted to, I love for her to see. We want to set goals together, and I wanted to make it kind of an open conversation, not something so structured. And so when we sat down today, these are the 4 main areas that we decided to work on over the summer. And I was surprised. I had an idea of what I wanted her to do, but she actually came up with some of these ideas on her own. And that's what you want to do, is you want to, even though you may have an idea of what you want your child to do, ask them anyway what their ideas are, and then they'll be more likely, they'll feel like they're a part of the process of making decisions about their life, and they'll be more likely to follow through on what you guys plan if they feel like they came up with it themselves. So these are the 4 areas we want to work on over the summer. Now, I don't want to take up her whole summer day, but our goal is Monday through Friday, she is to work on these 4 areas. On weekends, she's off, and I don't want these things to take up her whole day. I just want her to spend each day, Monday through Friday, on a few basic areas that we feel that that we want to have reinforcement in. So the 4 areas that we came up with together to work on were reading, math, playing volleyball, and organization. Actually, organization, I came up on that myself after reading a comment from her teacher on her report card, and I'll get to that in a moment when I get down there. So for reading, for the goal for reading over the summer, we put the area over here, and over here are the goals. And so for reading, the goal is we are going to get a hold of the 6th grade reading list. Our public school system publishes a suggested reading list for each grade level. So to make sure that she's reading on the proper level, I'm going to allow her to pick any book or books off of that 6th grade reading level list, and she's going to read those over the summer. So that way we know that she is reading age appropriate, grade appropriate material. And hopefully it will keep her reading level up over the summer, because it is my understanding when they return to school in the fall, they do a reading test to see where the kids were when they left the last grade and where they are when they start the school year. So reading is very important over the summer. The next area we want to make sure we work on is math. In the 5th grade, now, okay, and by the way, she was in the 5th grade. She's going to 6th grade next year. It's a big deal. She's going to middle school. They actually have lockers. Ooh, mom is scared, but yeah, it almost looked like a mini high school when we went to the orientation. So she will be, of course, being expected to expand off of her previous math skills into the 6th grade. So we want to make sure she keep those math skills up. She was going over more complex things like fractions, decimals, division, and so on and so forth. And so for math, we plan to have her to practice 6th grade math problems on a website that I like to use is IXL.com. I used to go out and buy paper workbooks for her to practice problems with over the summer, but this website IXL, it's great because she can actually go to her grade level, and they have the questions separated by grade level, so you know that you're doing grade level appropriate math problems. And then from there you can when she answers the questions, it will tell her right away whether she got the problem right or wrong. And if she got it right, it commends her. If she gets it wrong, it'll say, well, you got this wrong, but here's the correct answer, and here's how you are to correct this problem. And then the program will gear future questions toward the areas that she's weak in. So it's a really great website. Again, IXL.com. The next area that she will be working in is volleyball. We like to have her do a recreational activity to keep active over the summer. We don't want her just, like laying around or just sitting around all the time. So volleyball is something that she really likes to do. We're going to sign her up for a summer league volleyball. It's for 6 weeks. She's going to practice volleyball 1 day a week, and she is going to have a game on the weekends. Now, with the volleyball, for her to get better, I know she needs to handle the ball more than just twice a week, which is when this program is. So I also put here as one of her steps on how she reach her goal is that I want her to handle the volleyball at least 10 minutes a day, Monday through Friday. Now, when I say handle the volleyball, that means for her, I want her to go get the volleyball and just play with it lightly a little bit. If she's in the house, she can maybe try to practice serve as long as she doesn't break anything. If she thinks that, now when I say practice serve, I mean like a light, bump, not a, hard hit and break all the china or whatever, anything. So, and I told her, if the car isn't in the garage, she can go out in the garage and practice if it's raining outside, or she can go on our back porch or in the backyard, in the front yard, and practice. But I want her to handle the ball for 10 minutes. Now, why do I say 10 minutes? Because when I tell her 10 minutes, I know when she gets the ball, she's going to have it longer. Sometimes when we want our children to do things, we'll say, oh, can you just do this for a little while? Just do it for a little while for me. And then what ends up happening is they do it longer than that. And but that's our way of having her to just handle and get used to the volleyball, get her used to the weight of the ball, the feel of the ball, etc. And hopefully she'll be able to, in middle school one day, go ahead and try out, because they have a volleyball team at the school, and maybe she can try out, and hopefully she'll be able to get on the team. But if she does, great. If she doesn't, we'll play volleyball as recreation. So that's one. And then our last goal for over the summer is organization. Now, I came up with this on my own after reading the comments that the teacher wrote on her report card for her last grading period. And the teacher wrote on her report card that she needs to work on her organization skills, and I agree. So what I'm having her do is we're going to talk a little bit about organization each week. And also, I think I told her I think organization starts with her room. If your room is cluttered, if your area is cluttered, it's very hard to be organized. So, and I'm going to help her declutter her room. She has clothes in her closet, for example, that are too small. She's just outgrown, and she'll need my help with going through there and trying to determine what to give away to charity, or what we can maybe sell on eBay. But I know that's something that she can't really do on her own. I want to be in that process. And also her old toys. Now that she's going to middle school, like some of those baby doll toys that she just doesn't play with anymore, we are going to go through there and get rid of some of those old toys and do the same, either give them away or try to sell them. Now, like I said, I'm going to help her declutter her room for the first time at the beginning of the summer, and after that she's on her own. I want her to keep her room organized, and like I told her, one of the things that we want to make sure we do, she does a pretty good job with keeping her room clean and her bed made. However, she tends to have a lot of clutter on her desk and her dressers. So that's one of the things I told her I wanted her to work on this summer, is keeping the clutter off the desk, the dressers, the bookcase, because I want her to, when school starts in the fall, I want her to always have a place, a clean desk where she can sit down and do homework, because sometimes she comes home, she likes to do homework in our dining room, but sometimes my husband may have on the TV. I don't watch TV too much, but my husband, he loves watching TV and he has it turned up, and sometimes she has homework, and I want her to be able to go in her room if she chooses and have quiet time and have a clean desk to be able to sit down, focus, and work on homework. So lastly, I don't want to make this video too long, is a couple of extra notes we have is I want to sign her up for the summer reading program at our local library. It's a great program where as she reads books, she gets little prizes as she go along, and also to sign her up for volleyball camp. That's more of a note for me. I need to sign her up. So I hope this video has been helpful, and again, when I get the other planner in the mail, the Franklin Covey weekly format that I'm going to use to help her lay out how she spends her time during the week while I'm at work, I will certainly make a video on that as well. If you have any questions, or if you have any ideas about what you do to keep your child active over the summer, I would love to hear them. And again, I thank you so much for watching. I'm signing off. Bye.